Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. So glad you could join me this morning here at Forex Smart Trade. We teach people how to currency trade using our proprietary trading indicators that are highly accurate. And our ultimate goal is to help you become financially independent as a trader. So with that, let's get started. I am going to show you, we've got a dozen different trade signals. I'm going to show you the one I principally trade with. But when we do train you, we develop a customized trade plan based on your availability to trade and what your risk preferences are. So with that, let's jump in and get going. First, we need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about our program is that we do these live trades. And that does two things. One is it's a teaching moment. You get to see how another successful trader analyzes things. And two, it helps you evaluate the program to see that if you know what you're doing, it works. When you become a regular member, in addition to the kind of the live trades I do on Monday afternoons and Tuesday and Thursday morning, plus the email setups I send out, we do live trades at 10 a.m. Every morning. That tends to be a little scalp trade. We also do live trades at 10 p.m. On the Asian market. And then one of the keys to our success, we believe, is that we are always training. We've got multiple meetings every week. Every Wednesday evening, we do an advanced member training. Every Saturday morning, we do a back to the basics where we're continuing to review different trade strategies and take questions so that you can get your questions answered. Now, I work off of a checklist, helps keep me focused. First thing is every day I like to restart the green chart to get any updates and clear the memory. A review of yesterday. Last night we took two buys. One was a buy on the pound yen. This morning when I got up, it had gone the other way. It was 25 pips in the wrong direction. I had looked at the chart. And we can see that the chart clearly changed. So I removed the stop loss removed the stop loss, and hedged. A hedge is when you take a position going in the other direction. So you can see down on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, and 10 hour. Now that initial trade that we took, we were just shy. We got the direction right. The signal was good. We were off a couple pips. It just missed. So this morning when I saw that it was going in the other direction, I hedged it. I put a sell in. Actually, I made a mistake. And if you see what that mistake was, I didn't correct my lot size. I put in a lot size of 10. This would have locked in the loss. At 25 pips. Now, because of the big difference, I shouldn't have been taking a lot size this big. I missed it, so I'm going to just close. I'm going to close everything out now because that was a mistake. But but what the hedge is. So now that the hedge is profitable, if I put the hedge in, and as the hedge gets profitable, what I'm going to do is then bring my stop loss up to where my entry point is. So if it does pull back, I will get it. And actually, at this point, given the strong down signal across the board, with the hedge, I might price average and take a second sell on the Euro USD, and then once it goes profitable, just close everything out. Once we get back to break even, we essentially did that, or I essentially did that by accident. I wasn't quite ready to hedge yet. But by taking the wrong lot size, basically I was hedging, doing a price average and hedging, and then, the trade ended up profitable. But going back to, did I do something wrong? We got the direction of the trade. Well, we can't see it anymore, but we did get the direction of the trade. But we were just shy. Had I been watching it last night, and I wasn't, that's why I put the stop loss on. Well, you should always have a stop loss, but had I been watching it, I might have hedged it sooner. I might have hedged it at 12 pips out of the money versus like a little over 20, 25 pips out of the money. So with that, let's jump into it is good habit to go back and see what you did wrong, if anything, so that you've got an idea of how to correct it. So we got the direction right, but we were shy on the number of pips. It didn't quite move as far as we thought it was going to move. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at communicating what the direction of the move is going to be. However, we do want to know what news events there are, because news does impact currency, and we want to be able to, we don't want to get hit by a news item. So we go to forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. And it's these red items that we want to trade around. And generally, I try to be, I don't want to take a trade within 2 hours of one of these red items coming up. Because what happens is, here on the Chinese yuan, which I don't trade, these numbers are pre-published and they get leaked out beforehand and they start to impact the price. So, and by the time our indicators pick up the leak, there's already been a move. So we've got clear sailing today, nothing to worry about. And then signal that I'm going to use today is something called the 10-point trade signal. And I principally trade it off of a 1-hour chart, unless we're doing the overnight trade. And I do that off of a day chart. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart. Typically, anything off of a 1-hour chart is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. That usually you've got support and resistance on a 1-hour chart around 40 pips. So I'm going to try to trade within that band. And my sweet spot is if I can pick up 11 pips and do that 3 times a day, I'm doing pretty good. And I like to get in and out of a trade within 1 to 3 hours. So this signal will get me to where I want to be within 1 to 3 hours. On the overnight, that is going to be closer to 6 hours. Let's see here. What we're trying to do here is basically get all the lines to line up from the 3 different sections. If we can get each of the sections are measuring something different, and when we get them all to tell us basically the same thing, that the direction of the move is going to be a buy or a sell, that's a good time to jump on. So the chart I am trading off of is something, let's go over here, is the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart showing us multiple currency pairs, all on a 1-hour basis. And I am going to start with the middle section of the chart. So we call this the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. I am looking for situations where these lines are either below the horizontal red line, which is what we call the oversold line, or above the horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line. When the lines are below the oversold line here, when the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. So I am looking for situations. I am looking for these lines to be below the oversold line and pointing up. That gives me the best chance of a move that I'm looking for. So say over here on the Euro USD, we were overbought. Everybody's going down. I want to catch this run through the channel. And as you can see, this run was worth 40 pips. 40 pips over the course of 4 hours. So that's what I'm looking for. And I want to just grab an 11. My strategy is just to get in and out. So to grab 11 pips. Now, can I grab 11 pips when we're oversold and it's going down? Yes, I can. So here you can take a look at, oversold going down. You get 16 pips. Same over here. So you can do that. That's not part of my trade strategy. Now, when I'm working out of a bad trade, I modify these a little bit. So as I said, if I was going to hedge, I'm oversold, but I've got down when we went back and looked at this to get out of that trade from last night. We are down across the board here. And on the 2-hour, there's great steepness. 4-hour, there's great steepness. 8-hour, there's great steepness. 12-hour, there's great steepness. And 1 day, there's great steepness. So I think there's enough here that I can work out of the bad trade. But I'm going to go back. I'm keeping it simple now because we're just looking for a setup that we can get 11 pips out of. So nothing here. Oversold, still going down. A pound dollar oversold. Miners have started to turn. Major still going down. US dollar Canadian overbought, still going up. Miners are starting to go sideways here, but you can see we were overbought, and you got a big run up here. So can you make money overbought taking a buy? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. Dollar, Swiss franc, overbought. Everybody's going up strong. USD yen. We touched overbought. The majors touched overbought and are going up. They're a little bit beyond halfway. Usually I don't consider it if it goes beyond halfway. The green line has gone a little bit beyond, but everybody's going up. We touched the oversold. So that's two. And the third element that I'm looking for is the green is on top of the red and the gray is on top of the black. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. So I've got 3 points here. I have the plus of the steepness of the line. I've got the plus of the lines are clustered. But I have a minus that we're more than halfway. So when I get 3 points, I would jump up to the TNTs. The two orange lines are going up. 2 orange lines are going up, telling me buy. Thick blue is coming down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me buy. So I've got the second element that I'm looking for. And I jump down to the pressure. I've got mixed pressure. I want either the lines going up, both lines going up, or I want the green line on top. I don't have that. The green line is going up, but the red line's going down. So that's sideways. Lines are converging. The green line will eventually cross over, but not yet. So again, I want situations. I'd rather take fewer trades, but just have those couple trades, do what I want to do. And to have that happen, I want to get the highest probability of that happen. I want to wait till I get all the conditions I want. So we don't have that here. So I've cloned this chart and made another chart where we've got non-US pairs, Euro pound. We've got a mixed signal here. Majors going sideways, miners going up. They're in the middle of the channel. Australian dollar, yen oversold, miners going up, majors sideways. On a 1 hour chart, I'm not going to trade the Australian dollar to yen at this time of day. It is 9 p.m. or approaching 9 p.m. in Australia. 8 p.m. in Japan. So it's not active trading. It's evening time there. So I don't want to use a 1 hour chart when neither of the markets are active. Euro Canadian dollar. This was a nice signal if we caught it about an hour ago. Everybody's coming down. Good steep. The steepness to the lines, double cross. But we are beyond the halfway mark. So I am going to pass on this for now. Euro Canadian. And it looks like we're hitting a bit of resistance here too. You can see the ends of the candles are all stopping at the same spot. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. So this is a nice signal. We get the 3 points, plus we've got the cluster in the lines. That's a plus. We've got the green lines, got a terrific steepness to it. That's a plus. It's just hitting the halfway mark. So this is a nice setup. I love this setup here. Jumping over to the TNTs, 2 orange lines going up, thick blue coming down. So 3 of the 4. I've got sideways pressure because the green line's going up, red line's going down, but ding, 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 ding here. Green line's crossed over the red, so I've got a point here. So I've got 7 points. My only problem is it's evening in both of these markets. So I don't want to trade on a 1 hour chart when neither of the markets are prime time. And again, similar to over here, it looks like we're hitting a little bit of resistance. Now I'm going to go look at the chart in more detail if I decided to take the trade, but just glancing here, stop. They're all stopping on this line almost. So we wanted to kind of break that line and be in a new channel if we're going to take the trade. Pound yen oversold. Everybody's going up. We just barely have the majors are actually a little bit sideways here because the red line is sideways, green line's going up, but the green line has crossed over. So I technically have 3 points here. Only thing I don't like is that the green line is so far away from the red line. I prefer to have it a little closer. But 3 points here. When I jump up to the TNTs, thick orange is supporting buy, so that's a point, but the thin orange isn't. Thick blue is supporting a buy coming down, but the dotted blue isn't. So I may have 2 of the 4. I want 3 of the 4. Then so I would stop my analysis here, but looking at the pressure, I've got down pressure with red on top, so it's not quite ready yet. So that kind of supports the idea that this is so far away from entering the channel, it's not quite ready yet. And as I said, we've got the red line horizontal here. Euro Australian dollar. So this is something we could take because it's 6 hours, so it's 1 o'clock. So there's still like four more hours of trading in Europe. But we don't have agreement. Majors are coming down, minors are going up. So let's go to the next chart. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top. So 3 points here, but I got a negative in. I've got the green line is pretty far from entering the channel. I prefer to have it a little bit closer. And then looking at the TNTs, we're flat on the thick orange. Thin orange is going down. Only the thick blue is coming down. So we have 1 of the 3. We don't have the pressure, so I'm going to pass. Euro New Zealand dollar. We don't have agreement between the majors and the minors. Pound New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's still going up. New Zealand dollar, yen. It's non-prime time for either of these, so we're going to pass. But even then, we don't have agreement between the majors and the minors. Again, the more I can get agreement across all 3 channels, the higher the chances the trade that is going to do what I want. Over New Zealand dollar, USD oversold. Majors are going down, minors are sideways, so nothing there. Euro, Swiss franc. We're in the middle of the channel, more than halfway. So I'm going to pass on this. And we've got the kink in the line. The green line here is kinked. It's going from more steep to less steep. I don't like situations where that happens. So I am going to pass. Let's go to the last group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We're in the middle of the channel going down, so not interested. Swiss franc, yen, oversold going down. Euro, yen, oversold sideways. Pound Australian dollar, overbought. Majors are going sideways. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. We've got disagreement between the majors and the minors. Majors going up, minors going down. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We touched oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, so that's 3 points. We're just touching over halfway. Good steepness on the green line, a plus. So I've got 3 points here. It's just at the halfway mark. 2 orange lines going up, thick blue coming down, so 3 of the 4 here. And I've got down pressure or sideways pressure. Green is flat, red is going down, but the green is on top. So I've got 7 points here. 1 point here with the pressure, 3 points here with the majors and minors, and 3 points here with the TNTs. So if I wanted to study this a little bit more, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, buy. My next piece of my analysis would be to confirm this, and I'm going to confirm it by looking at a full chart or different time periods. So that's Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, and I want to see on the 2 hour that we are oversold, which we are. Not only are we oversold, but we've got a nice buy signal here. And I want to see that we're oversold on the 4 hour, which again, we're oversold and the lines are going up. I don't necessarily need the lines going up, but I want both of these to be oversold. So if this weakens up, we will still get the trade. It's just going to take longer to happen. So since I've got agreement across all 3 of these, I like the trade. So then the question is, what's it worth? And to figure out what it's worth, I am going to open up a clean chart. And so Canadian dollar, CHF. And I want to take a look at what the trend is. Oh, why is this? Let's. All right, here we go. I'm going to squish up the chart a little bit so I can add some support and resistance on here. Support and resistance are spots where the lines seem to naturally stop, or the candles seem to naturally stop. And that becomes the channel within which so you can, let's pull it down just a little bit more. So you can see it kind of stops in here, stops over here, stops in here, stops in here. And this becomes the channels of which I'm going to trade within. So these natural stopping points, I don't want to, on the Euro USD, tends to be about 30 pips apart. So you can see it stopped in here, it stopped in here, stopped here, stopped here, stopped here. So we're at 61.15 to 65.33. So that's about 15 pips. So usually, and that's because let's see, let's just take a look here. I might even pull this line now, just down just a little bit. So here, 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 here. So that's 07 to 33. So that's about 25 pips. The trend is down. So I am trading against the trend. So when I'm trading against the trend, I'm going to take less pips than I might take if I'm trading with the trend, because I don't want to get caught in it continuing to go down and I'm in the wrong side of it. So then what I want to do is, let's open this up a little bit more so we can get a little better look at it. Is I want to know how many pips I have to each of these lines. So that's about 16 up. It's really a little bit more than that, but, and how many down? Oops, come on. So we've got 8 down and 17 up. 17 up. All right. So that becomes the limits of what I'm going to consider taking. Let's save this. And I want to go back and look at the signal. We're into a new hour. All right, the signal's weakened a little bit. This gap is spread. We've got up on the 2 hour. It's weakened a little bit. 4 hours signal still strong. Oops, I didn't save it. Gosh darn it. I didn't save the support lines. Oops, it's moving without us here. I think we can go ahead and take 10 pips, 10 pip buy. 10 pip buy. So if you're using your simulator, so this is the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. I don't have that open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. It's going to be in this third group, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Right here. I am going to make it a 1 hour chart. I am going to go ahead and do market buy. My lot size is going to be kind of a function. I could have probably done a 0.95 if I wanted to, or all the way up to like a 1.9. I am going to right click on here to put my support, my take profit and stop loss. I'm going to go to modify. Let's go for an 1135. 350 points is 35 pips. When I click the red button, it does the math. 11 pips is 110 points. When I click the blue button, it does the math, and I drop this in. And shows everything. I could probably do 33 pips, and this would be all right. So actually, I'm going to do that. We've got We got plenty of room. So 33 pips. Move it up just a bit. All right, so we took a buy on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc with a take profit of 0.65280, a buy with a take profit of 0.65280, and a stop loss of 0.64847. 0.64847. So using the 10-point trade signal, which was here, and you can see it's even pushed up further since we've taken that. We took an 11 pip buy. And actually, I want to look at one more thing. Where does that put us? You know what? I want to, I'm going to pull this back just a hair. I'm going to pull this back just a hair. I want to catch this candle. So let me grab this. All right, so I'm changing the number on the take profit. The take profit is now 0.65262. 0.65262. So I took a couple pips off of that. So take profit of 0.65265. We'll have a better chance of hitting within this candle versus on the other side of that candle. And I will expect this to close within the next 2 to 4 hours. It's going to be a little bit, might take a little bit longer because we're almost through the channel, or we're approaching going through the channel. Okay, gang, thanks so much for joining me. We're going to do this again on Thursday morning at 6:30, and then look for my overnight trade setup, which I will send out a little after 4 tonight. I saw there was a question about how you can join. You can go to forexsmarttrade.com/register, forexsmarttrade.com/register. Set a schedule. You can go to register. If you want to speak to me, go to schedule and schedule a time. And I can walk you through it and sign you up. But if you want to do it on your own, just go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. And you can get set up on the trial and test it out for yourself and see how well everything works. Thanks so much. Honor to have you join me every morning. And we will see you again Thursday morning. Bye-bye.